Hi, and welcome back to another video. So I currently find myself in a town known as Danchura, which is within the Greater Accra region of Ghana. So it happens to share a boundary with the central region, so towards Kaswa and its environs. Now, my purpose for being here is to supervise the construction of a fence wall for my friend. So he got two plots over here. So we've visited here a couple of times. First time just to establish the boundary of the plots, and the second time just to see how best we could go about the fence wall. And then we're here the third time just to get ready to start the actual fencing. Now on our third visit, we noticed that sand had been weaned from his plots and then other plots nearby, and I was a bit surprised. It's like, how is that even possible? Plots that you've bought from an estate company and people come to win sand. I was a bit surprised. So we tried to find out why and how. Like, how is that even possible? So apparently there are people who I don't know what position they hold in specific neighborhoods and the rest who do this. And it looks like the estate company is actually very much aware of this, and I don't know what they are doing to, or what they've done so far to curb or stop this, because I feel it is bringing their name in the mud. Because he bought this lands from them, and based on what he's even shared with me, feels like he suffered so much challenges with this particular company. I'm wondering, why should I even be so? So one of the things is, after he purchased the land and then he came by after the demarcation was done, the next time he came by, he noticed that someone had built into his plot. So he had to get the estate company to resolve that. And it took forever. So many months, because we have been on standby to come and start with the construction of the fence wall. And it took forever. So many months passed before they actually came to re-establish their boundaries, which is good, which is okay. That is passed. Only to be ready to come start with the construction of the fence wall. Then come to meet winning of land. Now coming by today, driving by, I saw these tipper trucks and wheel loaders winning sand just on people's plots. And it's worrying, because driving all the way to this side, I could tell that so many of the places that we did pass by has had their sand wind over the place. And the aftermath is crazy, it's terrible. A lot of these places has developed into waterlogged areas, and it's the same thing over here. I'll actually show you around. Unfortunately, I didn't bring my drone today, but I'll try as much as possible to get an aerial shot of this entire place, and you can tell for yourself that this is crazy. This is terrible. Why should it be so? First of all, buying plots from an estate company you feel as going to be the appropriate source to purchase land from, suffering all sort of challenges with them. And then after purchasing and you've sorted all those things out after so many months, and then you come to meet sand being wind on your land. Yeah, it's not really settled well with me, because I'm just wondering, if it was me, well, how would I have taken the situation? Because if you see what they've done over here, it's crazy. And I'm just wondering, these times that we're experiencing a lot of rains, you can imagine. I'll show you around. You see a pool of water on all the place, like around this entire place. And this is not the first time they've wind sand over here. And I think previously they've done that. It was okay. Now they've just come to worsen the situation over here, and it looks like they don't care. And I'm really worried, because this goes on at so many places around Ghana. One of the things you have to deal with is land guards, which I'll even come to that. So this same estate company took money known for what they know as the term as digging fee before you could start working on your land. I don't even know how that even came about, but that would be just for another day. Now, after taking that money, ideally what I learned is that those monies are supposed to be given to, is it the Asafachers or whatever, that people, yeah, but I don't know. Yeah, that's what I had. Now, after taking that money, it hasn't been paid to the respective people that money is supposed to go to, and we are ready to start working on our project, only to come here For a whole lot of landlords to come around, they're not going to permit us to work if we are not going to pay that fee known as the digging fee. So after paying 2,000 cedis to the estate company, we come here and trying to, because when you contact the estate company, what they tell you is that they've sold the plot to you. It's yours, you're on your own. Whatever comes after, they don't really care that much. Yeah. So you have to take care of things. We are ready to work, and we can't be doing this back and forth with this estate company. Now, also dealing with the landlords, you have to try as much as possible to find the rightful person to pay money to. Else, trust me, you're going to be paying money to all sort of people. Now, you would want to go the way to pay money to whoever is responsible just to allow you to work over here. So let me just give you a scenario. I decided to establish contact with these people who are known to be the head of the land guards over here, to inform them that I have 2 plots over here, so I'll use myself as the person owning the plot. And the estate company had taken 2,000 cedis from me as digging fee. Now I come to the site and I'm told I'm supposed to pay another digging fee. So in this situation, how do we go about it? Then they explained to me that ideally, the estate company is not responsible for taking, but even if they do take, they're supposed to hand over those monies to them. And a couple of times they've gone to collect these monies and they never get them. So what they do is, now if you, the client, you come to the site, they are going to tackle you. If you are ready to pay, they allow you to work. If you are not ready to pay, they just let you, they don't allow you to work. Yeah. And these are people who have the time, honestly. They do have the time to come and distract work activities on the site, causing a whole lot of chaos and the rest. If you try to get the police involved, well, that is going to be another time spending as well as paying money. So then you might be drawn to just paying them whatever they, maybe negotiate with them, pay them whatever they demand, and then allow you to work, which shouldn't be so. Which shouldn't be so at the end of the day. So after having a conversation with him about this, then he told me, well, ideally, that's what it's supposed to be. But since the estate companies are not paying those money to them, we still have to pay them. And they're taking 2,500 cedis for the 2 plots. I was like, wow. You buy a plot, 2 plots of land, you should struggle, make my ends meet, buy plots, try to get money to do something on it. You pay 2,000 cedis already to the estate company. Now you come to the site and then they are demanding 2,500 cedis from you, of which if you don't pay, they are certainly not going to allow you to work. They're going to distract your work. And even before that, they are already winning sand on your land, which the estate company is not doing anything about. So yeah, then I had to go to the point of negotiating with him. Initially, so these are Gans, my tribe. Yes, very sad how lots of things haven't gone so well in Greater Accra, especially with how lands are sold and the rest. But I can't talk so much about that. So I established the, we're having conversation in Chi. And then after he mentioned 2,500, he came to his last, which is 2,000. He's not going below that. Then I had to come to the terms of speaking down with him that, like, look, I'm your brother. In as much as we may be brothers from different mothers, you can't be doing this to me. Well, he then understands, like, yeah, it's not your fault, but at the end of the day, all the lands have been sold by the elders, and this is what they're also doing to survive. So you can't really blame them so much. And what he can do best for me is to take 1,500 cedis. So if he's not going to go below that, that is what he told me. And if I don't pay that, they are certainly not going to allow me. He may not be in a position not to prevent the others, because once money hasn't been paid, he can't really use anything as proof of not allowing us to work over here. So then, okay, that's fine, fair enough. So we come here today. I called him to come over, and I have my guys. They actually taken out. I'll take shots of them as well, so you see them. And then we had a little conversation to understand how things have been or things are and the rest over here. And then after that, I had to transfer this money to him. Now, right after doing that, just after some few minutes, another guy on a motor just speeding off all the way, very angry, coming, very aggressive. He comes, he gets here, and once he sees that his colleague is here, he calms down a bit, but comes and then says that, have I performed the tradition or the ritual? What he means is pay the money. And I was like, well, yeah. And his guy did actually attest to that. Now, talking about money, the conversation was changing a little bit. still wanted me to pay. I told him no, I don't even have any money on me. Honestly, I don't have any cash on me. I transferred the money to the guy just to be on the safe side and have peace reign over here. We don't have any issues. Then he certainly understands, like, okay, fine, that's fine. So they are going to go sort out their money, whatever. So what they've done is, now, in case we are going to, or we encounter any challenges with any land guards, so we have to contact them, and then we'll come to rectify or solve the situation so we don't encounter any challenges going forward, which is okay. But I wished my friend hadn't paid the money earlier to the estate company so that we wouldn't have double paid for this. It looks like a lot of these things are going on, especially with land acquisition in Ghana, and it's like no one is even talking about it. Aside all the stress and the hassles of purchasing land, sometimes having land sold to different peoples and then going to court and all sort of things. After going through all that, coming to the point where we are even ready to build, now even trying to obtain a building permit was a different ball game together. I'm just hoping I could have my friend share his actual story on how things have unfolded for him trying to get building permits. Now the estate company tells you have to use an architect from your company. If you don't use an architect, you're going to pay double. They give you a person who's in charge of obtaining building permits. You contact the person and the person tells you you need to pay this X amount of money before they give you the permit. They don't even have to come see you at the land and the rest, just go ahead and give you the permit and the rest. And it's so worrying, because what I've come to notice is that if you are trying to do the right thing here, in some aspects of here, a lot of things just tend to frustrate you, to sway you off doing the right thing, and you eventually just find yourself just going with what is wrong, or what has been wrong for all these years. I'm sharing this with you because I am hoping to get answers. I'm hoping to get solutions to some of these things. How some of you have dealt with issues like this in the past, how some of you are dealing with things like this. I'd like to hear your stories in the comment section, or if you'd want us to have a video you want to name. I think what I've also come to realize that because a lot of times these companies are not named and shamed, they just tend to go ahead with whatever they've been doing for so many years, and it looks like people haven't really got a voice to do that. So I'm just hoping that things change for good. Yeah, because if I am your client or customer, I believe that I am paying you for service or a product, like to be delivered to me, or service to be rendered to me, and I don't have to really encounter or face so many challenges, with whatever service you're rendering me. And if you're not able to do that, then how then are you a company even providing services? If you are not able to stop winning of sand on lands or plots of land that you've sold to people, how then are you a company providing services? If you are not able to rectify demarcation issues, how then are you a company providing services? If you are not able to sort out all these land guard related issues, how then are you a company providing service? Now, another company that I have dealt with in the past that I haven't experienced any sort of challenges and still nothing is where we purchase our land from. I'm not going to name any companies in this particular video. Never encountered any land guards coming by saying no. Haven't encountered any. Haven't experienced any winning of sand on their plots, especially even around my place. Haven't experienced anything like that. So I just believe that it is possible for the companies, some of these estate companies, to do better. Now, when it comes to land acquisition, because there hasn't been so many education about it, people tend to, make it a hub for just duping people, not providing what they say they are going to provide, and so on. Another example recently is a company that a friend of mine wanted to acquire land from, and I had to go oversee the process. So yeah, he's already identified the land, I go to meet the people. They took us to the site, fine. They showed us a place where the plot that they would be able to allocate to my friend. Okay, fine, fair enough. Then, as I have shared in one of my videos with Eric, the processes involved. So we had to go through those processes. I employed the service of Eric. We went to survey the place, conducted a search. It turned out that the name as owners of the land wasn't theirs. Initially, they had already established that their name, they were in the process of transferring name for the company they bought the land from to theirs. So they haven't, so that's well understood. But the name of the company that they mentioned didn't tally with what we had discovered after the search was conducted. So we had to come and ask them, why is that the case? What it says, well, there were some issues here and there, blah 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 blah, and this particular company shouldn't have their land there. Fair enough, okay. So they agree, okay, since that particular section has issues, or the land is not in their name, they'll take us to a different place around that same area. Now, we've already paid for first service of a surveyor as well as the service of to get a search report. So we are definitely not going to pay another one to do the same thing, because it wasn't our fault that you couldn't provide whatever you said you're going to provide. Okay. So before we commence, we went on agreement or terms with them that if we are going to conduct another search on the second spot you're taking us, you guys are going to be responsible for the surveyor's fees as well as the search result. Okay, fine. They were okay. They're going to do that because they were selling a plot for 35,000 cedis around that particular area, which didn't have electricity, which was some meters away from the sea, because I think their selling point was the sea or the beach. Fair enough. So my friend was interested in buying 3 plots. That's like 35,70 plus 35, 105,000 cedis. You agree that you're going to pay for the search result. Okay, and then the surveyor's fees. Now we got a surveyor involved, went over to do the survey, conduct the search. Now it's time for them to pay. Then they start saying that the fees that the surveyor is taking is too much, which was 1,200 cedis, and then the search was for like 300 cedis for that particular spot. Then they can't pay, but what we can do is we should go ahead and take care of the bill. When the results come and we are ready to pay, then we take, like, why do you do that? How do you do business this way? So I have personally advised my friend about them not so comfortable going to do any business with them. But if the search result comes and it's positive and he still wants to go ahead, well, that's fine. That's okay. I'm ready to assist with the process since he's not in Ghana. So yeah, that is basically how that turned out. So we are actually still on standby, waiting for the search results to come, and then based on that we are able to make a decision whether to proceed to purchase from them or not. Anyway, yeah, I think there are so many issues that surround land, and it's so worrying, and it's very sad how innocent people have to get into wrongful people duping them here and there and the rest. But it looks like it is what it is, and it looks like it's not going to change anytime soon. So then I'll crave your indulgence that to be on the safer side, always try as much as possible to deal with the rightful people, especially during the land acquisition. Don't feel it is too expensive to go through the rightful processes. Employ a service of a surveyor, conduct a search, and all that. I feel it is worth it if you purchase plots of land at places that you're not going to encounter any issues, as compared to paying for something cheap and then ending up with so many issues that you can't even fathom. Yeah, so let me just take you around and show you. So this is the back camera. You can see the actual level or height of the temporary road or access road for now. You see what they've done here. See the water. See water. You see what they've done. Now this is my friend's plot. So look at it. This is one of his pillars. The other goes across this particular side, so it's somewhere around here. Now look at what they've done. So it's plots, 2 plots. Let me just go stand here so you can just appreciate it properly. And look at all this place. Look at the whole place. Look at it. So that was the building I said was into his plot. They had to come to their redemarcation. So look at all this place. So you imagine if you are now going to get a wheel loader to come level up this place before you even do anything. That is going to cost you extra. Why on earth are we so wicked as people in our dealings with our own brothers and sisters? It's so appalling, honestly. I just can't fathom this. So I'll take you further down there. You see that as a result of this sand winning activities, the whole place has become waterlogged. Yeah. Place down there wasn't so initially. Now that place is down. So let me just continue further down. So let me just, so you see, so what they've actually left is maybe, I think someone might have brought us sand ready to build and the rest, so they've left that, or it wasn't good enough for whatever they wanted to use that for, so they've left that. Now see, let me go this way. So this is actually supposed to be a road. Just look at that. Activities of sand winning. And I don't know if you could hear. I wish I really had my drone today, because they are winning sand somewhere around there. And who am I to go confront them? Because I've got no business over here. Just have to sit on and watch. So you can see all the way down there has now become waterlogged. But previously, this place wasn't like that. So you can see all the way, all the spot going all the way down there, further down there, has now become waterlogged as a result of sand winning. How on earth do we do this to ourselves as humans? I'm just wondering, so the operators don't have rightful conscience to think that what they're doing is wrong? The tipper truck drivers don't have the rightful conscience to think that I shouldn't be buying sand from these people in as much as it is cheap, because I'm also helping with these activities? How about even those so-called people who bring them here to collect the wind sand and take money? Can't they think that what I'm doing is wrong? I'm causing a lot of troubles, not for the people who have purchased land only, but for the entire neighborhood. Because imagine, in some years to come, this place is going to be flooded, easily flooded. Honestly, when it rains so much and the waters are not able to go, this place is going to turn like wager, something some of the footage you might have seen on TV and the rest on social media about floods and the rest. Are they not? Yeah, so that is a sound from a tipper truck. You might have heard that. Are they not so thinking much about the future, that these are some of the consequences that are likely to happen as a result of the activities that they are doing today? And I'm just wondering, how much are they even benefiting or earning from this? And they are not really so much concerned about the aftermath and the challenges that they are posing to the community over here, and not just here but around. Because if this place is flooded with water, it can't go anywhere, start probably rushing out the boundaries to other places. Why are we like this as people? Will we ever change? Can we do better? Yeah, I'm very worried, I'm very concerned, and I'm so just not happy about this. And I don't know, I wish this gets into the hands of the rightful people who can move or do something to help prevent all this, because this is not good. Honestly, the little I've seen over here is not good. All on the way, coming all the way to this particular point, a lot of the places have now become waterlogged. So coming from all the way from Ashalaja all the way to Dentra, just waterlogged all over the places. Yeah, so that's one tipper truck. Let me see if I can zoom in. So you see it. So that's it. Yeah, it's going to collect sand. Yeah, wind sand from people's plots, and it's going. Yeah. So just share with me some of the challenges you've encountered or faced with land acquisition, and how you've managed to resolve or like come about a solution, and what you think can also be done to help prevent all these things. Because I believe if action is not taken now, there is some time to come, things are going to get terrible, they're going to get out of hands, and we are then going to end up blaming government upon government, but not knowing that we are all the cause of these. So that will be just about it. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one.